Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So this is another update for this computer I put together, and here's what I did so far. So you can see the front of the machine. I did have a little bit of trouble converting the lines from the main power on switch to go into this board. So what I did is I pretty much shaved this piece of plastic of the original case that had its own board built in, and I have remounted it right there and rewired it back into the main board there. Now unfortunately this means that it comes off with the face, so it's a little tricky to put drives, optical drives and such, but I don't see this coming off too often, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I have managed to mount the secondary power supply right there. I pretty much used the zip tie to zip tie it on, and I don't know if you remember, but what I did is I said I'm gonna reroute power from one device to another, so I took 110 volts out of this guy and I created another connection right there that's hiding in the back, and that's the female Molex for the second power supply, and that's another 110 volt connection that if you plug those two up, it's going to provide power for the second power supply. Now as to the on signal from the board, what I did is I stole the connection from this power supply and from this power supply, pretty much hijacked it. And whoever knows how to do that, it's pretty much this green line here. If you cut into it and short it with ground, then you should be able to start your power supply. So what I did, I split this up on this bus and I split this up on this bus, added a plug to it like this so I can unplug it and detach these two if I ever need to detach it. And as you can see, I mounted a video card in there. I plugged the video card power line to this power supply because that's what's going to be powering up this video card. I have not put hard drives in it yet because I'm not sure what kind of drive I'm going to mount into this yet, so we'll see later. And in a minute I will plug this machine up and boot it up, and let's see what the BIOS shows us. So I plugged this thing up. I plugged in only a keyboard so we can boot it up into the BIOS and take a look around, see what it's going to tell us, and let's see if it will post. It should post fine, and there we go, we got post. Alright, so let's restart it real quick because it's not, it doesn't have an OS, so it's not going to do anything. System information, and these are the specs for this Compaq Elite. Let's see what else. There isn't too much in here. Diagnostics, boot menu, computer setup, there we go. Alright, so this is the system specs on this thing. Storage device, it's not going to show anything. Maximum speed is 1.5 gigabits per second. This machine is not super impressive, but it's a lot better than my laptop. So it will allow easier editing of video. Okay, I'm back. So I've been messing around with this computer for a little bit, and I have put a hard drive in it. See, it's plugged in, running, and since My wife called me a few minutes ago. I do have to leave in like an hour, but I didn't want to test it and make sure it boots. So what I did is I grabbed the image of Linux Kali and I'm gonna try to boot that up and see if it runs. Let's see if it will boot up Linux. It seems to load an installer, but it's not giving me an option to actually load a graphic OS. I'm going to assume that this machine works right, because obviously there's graphics and I've recognized the hard drive and everything is good on it. So since I gotta leave in about an hour, I'm just gonna call it a success. I will probably mess with this computer later because I gotta set it up so I can edit all the videos that you are going to watch. Anyway, that will be the end of this 4-part series about the customized computer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe and share. And thank you very much and have a beautiful day.